Yeah, sleeping in the Honda, it's not the worst, but it's no fantasy. Okay. Brave world. I've brushed my teeth, had a shirt change. I'm gonna head into Cracker Barrel for breakfast. It's been a long time since I've eaten in a Cracker Barrel. It has not been a long time since I forgot my face mask in the car when I went into a place. Okay, let's do this again. I am in North Florida, in Ocala today. I'm at the Garlits Drag Racing Museum. I've driven by this place in my travels at least 50 times. I've never stopped until today. So let's go check it out. If you've done any traveling in North Florida, you've probably seen advertisements for this. I've always wanted to stop and check it out, and here we are. So, welcome. Let's take a look at some of these cool cars. That's a cool home project right there. Now, I don't know a whole lot about automobiles. I know enough, to fix my own to a degree. But this is a very large motor, it appears. Holy Moses! I've never seen one of these up close. Hey, this is pretty cool. Cover this old magazine here. He's got the same car that I'm looking at in front of me. There's a pretty cool video playing over here. I learned some things. Don Garlits was pretty much the best racer of all time, drag racer of all time. And after a pretty epic crash, which happened pretty often in the sport, which started sometime around the 70s, there was a lot of experimenting in these fast cars around that time. Well, he had a pretty bad accident. And while laying in a hospital bed, he sketched out a different design, and that very first new idea of his became one of the fastest cars ever. So it's sitting right over here. This is the very first car that had an engine behind the driver. Before that, the motors were in front of the driver, like this one. It was found to be very dangerous because if the motor blew up, then you put the driver in terrible danger, obviously. This blown out clutch drum is what blew Don's car in half and sent him to the hospital, where he designed the rear sitting motor. These cool bikes. This is a cool car. This is a really cool car, the Piranha. Maybe I should get that steering wheel for the Fantasy. Whoa. Are you looking at me? You looking at me? No, no, you're not looking at me. Never mind. Okay. Which one of you is the real Ed Garlits? Which one? Raise your hand. Okay. I see how it's going to be. So there's a full-on documentary you can watch about drag racing. You can buy it for $20 in the gift shop too. But it's pretty long and in-depth. I learned a lot of stuff and have a good respect for this racing sport. It is pretty intense. You know, these motors are no joke, as you can tell. They're some of the biggest motors I've ever seen. The Fantasy has a 454, which is a very large motor. It's bigger than a lot of these here that were on display, but does not go as fast. I'll tell you that. These things are unbelievable machines, and the speed that these things can create, whoa. I mean, look at this one. It's got wings. Heck yeah. Hey, Shirley. You're surely one of the best. The Quarter Mile Queen. Shirley Madwoni.
And hence we had a dragster slash rail class, and that was the beginning of dragsters.
Pretty cool. It's a transmission. You can see how it works. Here's a clutch. It's a 1964 Dodge Hemi. Big motor. This is pretty cool. Looks like they got some old shop tools and automobile. Hey, you're right down there. Hey, hello. All right. '64.5 Mustang. Nice ride. Found this jukebox and a quarter. Look at this cool old Studebaker. You don't see these very often. Fiero. I think somebody in my high school had one of these. Yeah, you can shop around the gift shop here. There's all kinds of stuff, pictures and shirts, and you can buy a helmet if you want to, DVDs, you know, all the stuff. That was the Don Garlits private collection of cars. A lot of really cool, interesting old race cars in there. One car that he originally started racing on. It's very interesting. So you have two very large buildings and then a couple rooms in the first building, as you saw. This is a really cool place. I learned some interesting history, and I appreciate the sport of drag racing and racing in general a little more now. So, well, thanks for joining me today, friends. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit that bell notification button so you don't miss any of these adventures ever again. I'll see you in the next video. Racing back home to prepare for the next adventure with you. I'll see you soon.